EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the historic Pebble Beach Golf Links, live first-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. We've got a tie at the very top at 4 under to this point. Starting around at Pebble Beach, it's all about excitement, anticipation, isn't it? And this 378-yard opening hole, not overly hard, so you can sort of ease into the round. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
118 yards to the hole. Pin is very accessible here, right in the center of the green.
Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
12 feet still to go. Got it there, but not quite on target. Oh no, that never had a chance. All right, that's in for a bogey here to start the round. And that's going to drop her down to 1 over. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
Well, Frank, we're back here at Pebble Beach for the second time this year. Now it's the Tiburon Championship. And listen, this is a tournament folks want to win. There's no doubt about that. But I think also most of our golfers have one eye on next week, and that is the PGA Championship. What do you think?
No doubt about that, Rich. But this is more than a tune-up. We know that because it is Pebble Beach. This is America's St. Andrews. So anytime there's a chance, not just to play, but play a tournament at Pebble Beach, most people are coming.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good. too long, sadly.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. That finished off for par here at the second, and she'll stay at 1 over. On to the 397-yard par 4 third, where some players drive it over the trees on the left to cut the dogleg, while others play it more conventionally. This is a pretty hole, the third, 397 yards, just a gentle dogleg to the left. And you do have the option. If you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dogleg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie. And that's going to wind up in the bunker off the tee, so this opening round not progressing as planned here in the early going. Digging in here, readying her second from the fairway bunker. Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Nicely done. It is a par here at the third. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Wow, a day's worth of breathtaking shots, Frank, from the players and the Pacific Ocean. There it is, and this begins that beautiful 7-hole stretch along the ocean. Short par 4, fourth hole.
And this is also where some of these decisions become quite critical. Do you try and drive this green 330 yards to the front, or do you worry about that little pot bunker on that left side, which is about 250 yards to get over it, because that's what narrows this fairway down. But it plays uphill.
And that ball going to land in the bunker, but fortunately it doesn't appear to have plugged. And this not a distance you practice all that often with your bunker shots. Yeah, look out, kind of sculled that one, and that's going to be over the green and into the rough. This from about 10 feet. quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. She'll fall now to 2 over par. Here we are at the first par 3 at Pebble Beach. It's the 189-yard fifth. This was redesigned late last century by the great Jack Nicklaus, who has so much rich history here at Pebble Beach. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now, from the apron, second to the par 3. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. And she's going to stay at +2. Frank, here we are. Another good scoring opportunity, the dramatic par 5 6th.
It's easy to have that view of Stillwater Cove on the right, but that, needless to say, is not the place to go. Those 5 bunkers down the left really determine your strategy off the tee. Plus, you're playing from elevation, nearly 20 yards extra off the tee. So that run out at 360 at the end of the fairway, believe me, that's in play.
Well, we've seen people still reach the green in 2 from here, but it's going to be a tough task as that tee shot offline and in the bunker. I think the reaction tells the story there. Not a good shot at all.
That is a proper iron shot. Good full swing, too, and gets the result it deserves. Great shot.
5 feet now for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. Well, this is the one you dreamed about, isn't it? Just a little baby wedge that kisses the clouds and drops softly on that tiny green here at the 7th. You and your maker, there's nothing better in the world than to be playing the 7th hole and playing it well here at Pebble Beach. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Okay, safely on the putting surface out of the sand. Would have maybe liked to run that up a little further, but that's not the worst shot in the world. That slides by to the right. Just never had that on target. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And that will not help the cause. From the famous par 3 7th to the equally famous par 4 8th. Frank, what a hole.
It is, Rich, and it starts, in my opinion, the best 3 consecutive par 4s in golf. This one's a little bit of a blind tee shot. That white rock that's just up ahead, that's your line. If you hit it over the right side of that, your run out is about 250 yards. If you go a little left of that, you've got another 20 yards up your sleeve. But do not go further than that.
That will do just fine. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and their score's going to stay right where it is. The thing about Pebble Beach is it's easy to lose focus, stare off the horizon, the Pacific Ocean, and all that beauty that surrounds you. But then you remember, all right, I'm playing the 9th hole here. This is one of the hardest par 4s in the world. Pay attention. Yeah, that's the spot you want to put it. Now, watch this thing gather momentum down the slope. Well, that is going to be an excellent result. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the 9th, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
Okay, center of the green, a good safe shot. Well, Iona's had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. She'll brush that one in for her par here at the 9th. And that'll be a 2 over 37 for this outward 9. Now beginning the inward half here at Pebble Beach, and it is some start to this backside, Frank. A big, bold par 4, once again running the entire length of the Pacific Ocean along the right.
Yeah, visually it's stunning, no doubt about that, with the world's largest hazard there on the right. So your mind does go to the left side of this fairway, but you don't want it to go too far left. Those 3 bunkers, they're very much in play. But really aim on the left side of this fairway because the fairway does kick to the right.
Yeah, that one going to chase down the fairway a little, and it'll wind up perfect. From the fairway, Nota, her second coming up.
115 yards left. Tough wind for a right-hander coming from left to right.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And her score is going to stay right where it is. We head now to the 370-yard par 4 11th, where ideally you'd like to favor the left side of the fairway to open up the approach into one of the smallest greens at Pebble Beach. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. While sitting on an upslope here, you got to be careful that you don't get this one straight up in the air from that line. Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and her score is going to stay right where it is. First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12th, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that, that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
Boy, that ball got caught in the breeze and it was just along for the ride. Much too firm there. Now this, her second into this par 3. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And her score is going to stay right where it is. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. She started this one a bit to the left.
Yeah, it might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
From the rough, we check in with Noda.
And she's got 108 yards left. Ball sitting down, needs to get a little bit steep to dig it out. This is the sand wedge. Has gotten a lot of this one, and it's going to be just a fraction long.
Pretty big left to righter here for birdie. Just played a little too much break there and hung it out to the left. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta. Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
And that's where you need to be, back into the fairway on this par 5. Frank, it's just a short shot here, this third to the par 5 14th. What makes it so daunting?
Well, you look at the size of the green, Rich, and you would think it's a pretty big target, but then look closely. The flat area on the green, I've got to say, is really 4 yards by 4 yards. And that's it. If you go beyond that, you're in trouble. So you have to be so precise. And on top of that, you can't see the bottom of the flag. You're going a little bit uphill, so there's a little bit of doubt. It's tough shot.
Oh man, it looked good initially, but rolled off the green and back into the fairway. That stings.
A nice shot and a good chance for a par. The statistics on the PGA Tour show that from 8 feet, you make 50% of your putts.
Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And her score is going to stay right where it is. You may have heard of the 17-mile drive near Pebble Beach. It's scenic. It is one you absolutely want to put on your bucket list, but you don't want to get there by chasing a tee shot onto the road. That's what can happen if you blow it way right here at 15, if you do keep it in play. At 393 yards, this 15th hole is absolutely one on which you can make a birdie.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. A look at birdie here at 15.
And this is one where you just got to keep the hand steady and the wrist quiet, making sure you get it started on line.
That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and her score's going to stay right where it is. This is a really pretty hole, the par 4 16th. What's the right line here, Frank?
Well, if you want to pick out something in the horizon there, if you look closely down there, the tallest tree in the distance, that's sort of right bang in the middle of the fairway. You will not see your tee shot land and you won't see it run out, but that's the line.
And it would appear that that ball is into the bunker. So this one going to have to carry a long way.
Had a good chance on the first one, but now it's bunker to bunker. And you better try and get this one up and down.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag. Oh, no, just appeared to be befuddled by the break there. Okay, aim for a bogey at 16, and she'll drop to 3 over. If you stop for just a moment, it can really hit you where you are and what's happened here. The 17th hole at Pebble Beach, the par 3. Jack with a 1-iron that hit the flagstick in 1972 on his way to winning the U.S. Open Championship. And then a decade later, Tom Watson from just long of the green, chipping in for a birdie to beat Jack Nicklaus. Yeah, history made here at the 17th hole. That did not make a good sound coming off the face, and that'll be trouble over there. This going to be her second shot now at the par 3. Oh, missed the green at the par 3. No problem. That is in from off the putting surface for an unlikely 2. Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. 18T, Pebble Beach.
It's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. Two of my favorites really are this hole here, just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St. Andrews because of exactly where you are. But, you know, this hole, when you look at the water there, Stillwater Cove, it's so beautifully framed by the bunkers. And then when you start to look at the tee shot, you start to notice what the designer's done, just leaving the tree there in the middle of the fairway. So the decision is, do I play short, left, or right? And it's not the only tree on the hole, too, because that upcoming second shot, you have another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one.
That one looking a little right. Just a bit too much on the second shot on this par 5, but shouldn't have too much trouble getting it up and down for the birdie. So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
And this is a putt pro's practice for hours. slightly uphill and dead straight.
Nope. Okay, so she'll finish that off for her par here at 18, and that will be an opening round 74. So 1 round complete, and Frank, this is such a good field this week. We may see the cream rise to the top come Sunday.
I hope you're right, Rich. This is a great golf course, too. It's one of those ones that really does separate the field. I hope it's the same story tomorrow.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.